Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here's this is my third video, and I'm going to talk about linguistic and specifically about English. And my subject today is why foreign language, especially English, should be taught for children or since early age. We know that English has become the international language that you need all of the every country in the world. And by studying this language, we hope that it could create more knowledgeable and culturally students through the introduction of foreign language since early age, and with the right emphasis since the beginning. At the early age, foreign language can be learned easily because in for children, their brain are still fresh, and to absorb information it's easy for them. And then by studying English or for another second language, it could help them into the next state of their education, since we know that in almost every schools in the world they require English as a subject to pass to, to to step up to the next grade in education. And by studying second language or English too, it helps them to give to have many perspective or in judging something that happens around them or maybe in the world, so they won't see in the just one side, they will have to see in another side that will help them later in the future. And then the first advantage is the first I said that the children, their brains are fresh, because in the age 6 to 12 their brains are still in the brilliant stage, that it will be so helpful for them to learn the second language, even though their mother tongue or their mother language is not English. When they are learning the second language, the first language won't imitate the second language, and it's a good advantages for them. And then it also seems linguistically easy for them to acquire the second language. In fact, if a child is learning two or more languages at the same time at that fresh age, they will be able to speak all of the language easily, as long as until on the puberty age. Because after the puberty age, it is called the cognitive skills, so they will the second language or the third and the ninth become the cognitive language, so it's different. And then the second advantage is it helps them to the next step, since that in my country, Indonesia, you have to pass an English subject to step to the next grade. For example, in junior high school and senior high school, English is a very important subject. Even it includes in the national examinations. And if they learn English in the early age, it will help them in the future. And then the next and the last is the way they see, the way they interpret the events around them will be different, since that children who is taught the second language since early age will have more knowledge, will be smarter than the other child, and they will see something in different way than normal people see. And these things is totally helpful in the future when they are an adult, so they will be is easy to live in every society, in every environment. And it's basically skill to live in society. And yep, that is my speech. I would like to persuade you, if you have a brother or sister, cousin, nephew, or even or your son, your daughter, and teach them the second language in earlier, or not the second language, the third language, the fourth language, since the early age, because it will be help them in the future. And thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.